I cannot help but include one of Macbeth's final and, I think, most sublime monologues. He has just discovered Lady Macbeth's death, and beyond the castle walls, the armies are closing in. But it is neither wife nor war that dominates here. Instead, it is time and life itself. First, we have a line quite remarkable in its simplicity and weight. The repetition of tomorrow and the caesura both combine to offer the laboured rhythm and agonised, weary, and seemingly empty march through time that Macbeth now characterises as life. With its 11 syllables, it goes beyond the expected iambic pentameter, reflecting that sense of an endless and meaningless movement towards dusty death. This was a man who turned his eye from the today and devoted himself to the shaping of tomorrow. He now sees only the futility of it all. In a play so consumed by darkness, it is Macbeth himself, so weary, who craves the final extinguishing of his own life. What are we to hear in that command? The anger of an embittered soul? The anguish of a beaten hero? The image of that brief candle offers such a diminished vision of existence, the brevity and fragility of a life that flickers so indistinctly before an almighty darkness. These are the final stirrings of a tortured mind and a soul in agony. Then comes his famous theatrical metaphor. Life is first deemed a walking shadow, as if it were defined by an absence of vitality and light, and then a poor player. We see the arrogance and the absurdity of that strutting, and the seemingly pitiful futility of that fretting, before it simply disappears into the void. It is a profoundly nihilistic vision, moving and even dangerous in its expression. Though, as always, Shakespeare protects himself by placing such blasphemous, provocative ideas in the mouth of a villain. This is life without meaning, purpose, or destination. Here we might recall Macbeth's lines when pretending to have discovered Duncan's death. The sentiment is the same, but the expression melodramatic, empty, and weightless, arrived at too quickly, seemingly prepared, a manufactured statement of grief, wholly lacking in power, words without soul. But by the end of the play, Macbeth, so blinded and bloody, achieves a profound vision of existence, wrought with pain and fragility. His is a desolate soul, his inner life like an Arctic wilderness at twilight, inhospitable, remote, solitary, and yet still retaining some sense of grandeur and, I think, even beauty. In this terrifyingly desolate vision of existence, there is both sublimity and tragedy. And yet even in the face of the kind of nihilism that might crush the will of many, he summons his armour, never quite deranged and never truly broken. Even at the last, he summons the will to fight until the flesh is hacked from his bones. He is a true tragic hero, driven to his own destruction, but unrelenting in his refusal to be bowed.